9 on 105.3, 95.3, or online at florarockstars.com. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, and it is 8:05. Welcome to Flora Rockstars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to have a great show today, like always. We're going to have quote of the week. We're going to have we're going to hear about everyone's weekend. Numbers aren't sexy, but they tell a story. We're going to talk a little bit about interest rates. We're going to talk about real estate and what it is to be in the business. And whoever I'm waving to.
My mom.
Oh, hi, Mom. And just whatever comes up in the meantime. So how was everybody's weekend?
It was really good. We really didn't do a whole lot, just kind of hung around the house, didn't we? I know we went to eat, and we went and got stuff for make gingerbread houses. I remember that much.
Yeah, we had the girls over, or the Avery over, and just hung out the house, and then weathered the storms, and then
that was it.
Yeah.
We really just chilled. It was kind of nice, I'll be honest.
I was a little antsy. I was chomping at the bits, but
He was. I was not. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, I fled during the storm. I got in my truck and took off south.
made it a whole 3-4 miles.
I sat in the hospital parking lot, waited to see where it was going to go.
Yeah, you were supposed to come to our house. It literally went around us.
By the time I would have got all the way over there, I mean, it would have been.
Yeah, no. Then you could have
Through
stayed and hung
Tennessee.
out.
That was my plan.
Oh, well, I missed that part.
And you had a big truck just in case, so.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that big old Dodge Ram.
You like it, though, I think.
No, it's too big. It's a diesel, too. Do you know how much it costs to put diesel fuel in that thing?
Oh, yeah.
You know, she does not know how to park it either.
Shut up. It's too big.
Yeah, but you get really good mileage.
No,
though.
I get the same as I got in my Jeep.
Well,
Have you asked? Let's say I don't think we've not actually
No.
talked about that.
do we want to? Or
Yeah.
I mean, she obviously she totaled her Jeep. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
It's going bye bye.
Jeep is gone. The Raven is gone. It decided to roll right down the road with me in it. And so I got a cracked sternum, and I've got broken ribs and bruises and all kinds of stuff going on. But it's getting better. It was about 2 weeks ago. And so you won't be able to see the Raven fly by anymore.
Yeah.
She's gone.
Regardless, I'm just thankful that you did not get hurt as bad as it was. It was so bad that night.
Just glad you're alive.
I know.
Yeah. Those of you that I haven't posted pictures or anything, but I might, just look on my Facebook page, and I'll post a few pictures of what she looks like now. She's not pretty, but boy, she could tell a story.
Yeah.
If she could talk.
Yeah.
So, but yes. So anyway, she's gone, and we're off to other things. And so I had to get a rental vehicle, and I called, and my insurance company works with Enterprise. The Columbia Enterprise had no vehicles, so we had to go up to Spring Hill. Spring Hill had no small vehicles, so I ended up with this full-size Dodge Ram.
Dodge Ram 2500 Super Duty Diesel. It's a beautiful truck.
And
It is
Nathan's
huge.
drooling over it.
The inside of this truck, the cab of this is bigger than my kitchen in my tiny house. I mean, it's huge.
Beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Huge. So, no, I don't like it. It's too big. And it took $80 to fill it up.
Oh.
That's right. We put 70 in the Charger.
No. And not since gas has gone down. I filling it up for about 45.
Hmm.
45.
So, anyway, so what is that called? Digress and move on. And
So what are you looking for now? Are you looking for? I heard you were looking for a truck.
I do. I have. I've been working with Nick down at Heritage, and I found one, and I'm just waiting to hear from the insurance company to finish that transaction. It's a Colorado. It's a 2023 Colorado. It's sharp.
Like Grandpa's?
Kinda. His is a black. His is a Durango, I think,
No,
or
it's not Durango.
I don't know. It's something different.
Okay.
But
Same thing, but different.
same thing, but it's like the scale. They have different scales. Like they got the lower model, and then they got the higher model of a Colorado truck.
Okay.
His is that higher realm. Mine is the middle.
Okay.
So I like it.
Yeah, his truck's nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I look for trucks, I'm gonna get a little bigger, but
Well, sure.
Yeah.
A big honking
Really?
Dodge Ram 2500 series.
He wants that King Ranch or
Yeah,
He
whatever.
okay.
does.
Yeah.
He keeps drilling over that thing.
yeah.
I just can't see paying, nearly $100,000 for a truck. It's insane to me. I'm sorry, but in my mind, I'm going rental properties, houses, flippers. I'm thinking what else? Not something that's going to depreciate in value.
I mean that's true. I mean, but that's true. I'll take the
that's
Lariat.
what-
That's fine.
That's
You
what
got
I
the
want.
kidnapper van. What more could you
What
want?
more do you want?
Hey, I love that van. That van is just amazing.
You can chop the back right behind there, and then
Oh, there
Make
you
it a
go.
pickup.
But then it
No,
won't
well,
be a
no.
kidnapper van anymore.
Well, no, the whole thing it's enclosed.
I know.
And the windows are tinted, so you can't see in it. So.
It is great to haul stuff, though.
That-
It
it
is
is.
It
because
stays full all the time.
Well, and it's the big one. It's the big van that I can lay a 4x8 sheet of whatever in the back,
Right.
flat, and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
it's got an 8-foot cab, or what's that called? The cargo area.
Yeah,
I think it's more than 8 foot.
It's more
8
than-
foot. It's like 9 foot.
I was thinking it's a little more than 8 foot because the 4x8 drywall lays down in there perfect, and you've got a little bit of. You've still got like another foot to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I actually have to
it
admit.
don't have wheel wells in there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it
but
does.
It's wide
It-
enough
it
that it'll
fits
still
in the
lay-
middle.
Yeah, it's the 4x8s lay in the middle.
I think the
Flat.
girls are less embarrassed to be picked up in it or have to ride in it now. They've kind of gotten used to it.
Well, when we get it wrapped, because I still want to get it wrapped.
Oh.
I still want to get it wrapped, and with the Flora Mid-South logo and all that stuff. So, I still want to do that.
Free candy.
Well, I'd love to take it to pick the girls up from school. I love it because I love to embarrass them. And I was picking up Bella or something the other day, or it was a while ago. And the lady comes around. Oh, what's your number or whatever? And because you got to pick when you pick the kids up, they want to know the number. And I was like, well, I'm just here for a withdrawal. Any of them's fine. She didn't like that too much, to be honest.
Oh, I did not know you actually did that.
I did.
That's hilarious.
Did they call the cops on you?
They did not, but thankfully Bella recognized me and
vouched for ya.
claimed me, so I was all right.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
That's
you
funny.
did that.
I did.
He
Funny,
saw
funny.
this, he did see this little video and he says, I want to do that. And it's this guy dressed up as the elf and he shows up the last day of school for Christmas break to his teenage daughter's school, high school, and he's singing to her and stuff like the elf.
Oh,
and the elf calls me, he says, I want to do that. I was like, don't you dare. Clarissa might kill you.
Oh my God, Clarissa would kill you. I just can't get the vision out of my head of you in tights and
And
an
an elf
elf.
Hey, I rocked those yoga pants at Halloween pretty good, just saying. And they were comfortable.
Well, there is a video on, I think it was on the news, where this guy would always dress up as something different to meet his daughter
Yeah.
on the bus and embarrass the crap out of her.
Well, see, mom did that. Mom embarrassed us when we were growing up.
I did it once to you and once to your sister.
Felt like more.
I like the one where the dad goes out to the bus to get his, I'm assuming, daughter off the bus, and he's cut off his jeans real short, his jean shorts, and he's out there wiggling, and it's hilarious because he was complaining because his daughters was wearing their shorts real short, and so he did too. Well,
They didn't think that was nearly as funny.
no, dad in short shorts
Yeah.
is not
Well,
a good thing.
There was one where the daughter turns around and gets back on the bus.
I probably would have too.
I know the one with the elf, she keeps saying, I cannot believe I'm related to you.
I've not seen that one.
We've seen it a few times. We'll have to share it.
Yeah.
I could so see Nathan. Yeah. Could you imagine him in the elf costume with the hat and everything and the little
In the
skinny
van.
tights? Oh, God. He'd
You
go
don't even have
jail.
to be an elf.
You would be in jail. Yes, they would call the cops on you
Why would they call the cops on me?
You
'Cause
in
you
an
were
elf
just-
costume in the kidnapper van.
with a big bowl of candy and a puppy.
Some balloons too while we're at it.
There you go, a clown outfit.
Oh
There
no,
you
that's
go.
scary.
That's creepy. John Wayne Gacy. Ain't that right? He's the one who's the clown that dressed up as the clown.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
He's a serial killer.
He's a
How do you
serial-
not
yeah.
know?
Who?
John Wayne Gacy.
I don't know about
don't know
serial
him.
killers.
Oh my!
Yes, he's a
you
serial
like
killer.
scary stuff? Like
Yeah,
I
like
can't marry
fake
you now.
stuff. I like the fake stuff. I mean,
Not
that,
the real.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Oh, that's
about
actually
that.
real. Like it's true, real
Yeah, he was
scary stuff.
He was a party clown. Yes.
and
Yes.
he would kidnap
That's okay.
kids.
All
Yeah.
right, we've
right.
gone to the dark side.
Yeah,
We've gone
we
to
got
the
a
dark
well. We got a lot of learning to do. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to teach you a little bit there. We're gonna have to watch some criminal stuff
Why?
because
Because
it's
you learn
interesting.
from the criminals, fingerprints,
What to do.
wear gloves.
Okay.
How
know-
would you do over the weekend?
Work.
Work, work,
always
work,
work.
I know. I
You
do.
need to take a day off.
I'm very boring. I'm a very boring person.
well,
oh, we work
how
too.
can you be boring? You got a homer.
Work.
Well, I ignore him, so I'm very boring. We work all the time. Really do.
And I mean, I get that. I mean, I enjoy it. I love
Is
our
he selling
job.
apples?
He tried.
So
there
you
a story
canning
there?
apples?
So now we're going to have to dry some apples and make some apple butter and try to figure out ways of preserving apples. So,
What
kind of apples?
I was gonna say, did y'all like get a bunch of apples?
yes,
What happened?
Homer did.
What
Homer.
did he get at the auction?
No. He went to an orchard. I'm sorry. He went to an orchard and bought some apples.
How
And
many
was
did he
gonna-
buy?
10 boxes.
Okay, I want a couple of them. Just the box. Are they the actual apple boxes?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I love apple boxes. I just need a couple of boxes. I'll
He
buy a
don't want the
couple
apples.
off
He
you.
just wants the boxes.
Well, I'll buy a couple cases off of you. I just want the box because they're great boxes to have.
These he bought Red Delicious and Golden Delicious. So we're going to make some apple butter and we're going to preserve some, dry some.
Nice.
So, yeah, apple boxes are heavy boxes.
Apple
They
boxes are
yeah.
great. And then you put the lid in the bottom, and it's just Sorry.
I never knew you were so passionate about a box.
Me either.
There's a joke
Hey.
there. I'll leave it alone though.
Hey, a good sturdy box. You've got to have. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, boxes.
Thank you for backing me up on that.
Yes,
It'll last forever if you treat it right.
that's right.
It's a box.
Correct.
It holds a lot of stuff
Yes.
securely.
I mean, we could use boxes for our shop. Somebody needs to go and clean that thing out.
All right, let's
Somebody
move
does.
on. All
get
right.
How
away
was
from
your
boxes.
weekend?
Woo, my weekend was good. I went to a couple establishments to say hi to some friends because I hadn't been out and about since my wreck. And then that was it. Friday I don't think I went anywhere. Saturday I went out and I was home and cuddled up with Cody by 10:30 and just stayed home, watched movies. Sunday I stayed in my jammies all day.
We actually did work Sunday.
I'm working on goals and work stuff, so I did do that all weekend in between what I did. Ordered everybody's Christmas on Amazon. So
Yeah, we've been ordering from Amazon.
yeah, I know. The mail truck had to back
He
up
backed up to the
to
office.
the door.
Yay.
It just makes sense sending it to the office because they're gifts for the girls, a lot of it, and they won't see it if it goes to the office. And B, when you send stuff to the office, it's literally 5 to 15 days difference in the delivery.
It's
That
crazy.
many?
Well,
It ain't
not
that
15,
many, but it's like it is.
definitely 4 to 6 days.
It is. It's a lot
Wow.
faster. I guess
A
because
lot
we
faster.
live where they have to pump sunshine into
Yes,
us.
you do. Where they pump in sunshine.
It's not that bad.
They have to get their GPS and they can't find it. They get lost. The mail carriers and UPS.
Yeah. So we just have it all sent there, but it does make it a little easier so we can wrap certain things and leave there so we can just come back up here Christmas Eve and pick it up.
All
Which,
right.
speaking of that, we do need to go pick up one more thing. We probably should see if your mother can't loan us the truck to load it up and take it down over there.
Okay. I don't know about loaning the truck, but maybe I can.
Well, kind of meant you have to come with us.
All right, Nathan, start us off.
All right, this week's quote. I truly believe that if we keep telling the Christmas story, singing the Christmas songs, and living the Christmas spirit, we can bring joy and happiness and peace to this world. Norman Vincent
Peele.
Is it Peele?
Yeah.
Peele.
I like that quote. I
do
think it's
too.
true. If we keep, our world is so crazy right now, and we've forgotten, what it used to be like when you go to grandma's on Sundays and you say prayer when you eat and you said the Pledge of Allegiance, and things were so different, but better, I think.
I think so too.
And
I think
now
all generations say the same thing, to be quite honest.
I don't think we've ever been where we are now.
Just crazy.
It is. I mean, it's crazy. It's too many things, in my opinion, and I'm allowed to have my opinion. Too many things have gotten way out of whack, and we've allowed too many things to be customary and normal. And I don't think we should have.
We have a generation of entitled.
Entitlement. Yes.
I think that's probably the biggest thing. We don't have as many people being humble. If we look back at for us, because of our age, but like our great grandparents and stuff and great great grandparents who came through the Depression, they were very humble people because they had to be.
Right.
They didn't have a lot. And, even my grandparents picked cotton and had gardens and, they worked together as a family, and we have truly gotten away from family values and
Personal values. I think we've gotten away from personal values.
Morals.
And
Morals.
absolutely. Morals, respect, and value. I think we've gotten away from. And I just wish, Christmas songs bring back memories and have meaning. And I just think that if we had those more.
I do too. Which
come
I'm
back.
excited. Like today, you're coming over, and we are baking, and I haven't done that since I was a little girl with my mom, and we wanted to have her there today too if we could, but she has work, and so she's just not able to be there. But that was something I did with my mom as a kid. The girls will be home
Well, that's what
later.
Because we were going to go right after the radio show and go bake or whatever, and then Mom had a training at about noon, you said, which actually is better in the long run because then we're going to start later, which then the girls can participate.
Yeah.
Because I told Clarissa, I was like, you got to come home after school today. She likes to go hang out with friends or whatnot, and I was like, no, just come on home after school because we're going to be baking. So.
Right. And it's a new tradition. It's
Correct.
just something that we can do. That's what I did. My mom, I can remember when I was little, before I was 8 years old, I can remember my mom in our kitchen, and we'd have tables and tables of cookies and candy and tins. I mean, we would bake for weeks, but that's what we gave as gifts. We didn't have money, and
We didn't either.
And
we did the same thing.
we would
I mean, that's what we're going to do this year, too.
box up and what we made, and we would give it as gifts. So
What's that smirk about?
Well, so that smirk is about he looked at me because last night there was a conversation of he's like, no, we're not giving away most of that. We are keeping most of that. I was like,
That's 'cause you wanna
no,
eat
we're
it. Of
not.
course.
You
That's-
don't
he's like, we need tins and tins. I'm going, no, we don't because
Because I grew up with on the counter at Christmas time, tins and tins of cookies sitting on the counter. And it's like you're trying to look for a specific one, and you can't remember which tin it is. You have to check all the tins to find the one you're looking for. And then by the end of the season, you're so sick of baked goods, and that's what I miss.
Yeah,
You miss being sick of bacon.
Yeah,
well,
because the journey to get sick to it is pretty fun.
You get to eat a lot of cookies
That's
before
right.
you get sick
I was
of
like,
I was partial to the brownies. but
I was like, no, because
Yours or mine?
between
yours.
between now and then, I mean, my gosh, I could gain 50 pounds. No. I was like, we'll keep some. We got to give a lot of it away. So there's been a discussion about that, and he disagreed.
But, we're going to give them away. Paul said so.
I'm looking
baby.
forward
I'm
to
just the
it.
assistant manager over here.
Oh, whatever. We have spent, I'm not kidding you, we have spent $100. I didn't realize we spent so much, probably $100 on tins.
Oh my God.
Lord.
Well, because it was like, because we don't use them all. We got them for next year.
Right.
Right.
And they're cute. And, clients and agents and family and friends. And now he's like, no. We're keeping
Well, see,
them.
the tins we got are great to give.
For gifts.
Yeah, well, the size of them are good. The tins we had were huge.
Yeah.
Well,
And they're gone throughout the years.
tins are like boxes. You can put a lot
Yeah.
of stuff in it.
You always need a good tin around.
I have a tin that I started one of those chewing gum chains, the wrapper
yeah.
chains. I've got one, and I've got a tin that is full. It's wrapped around and full because I was working on it. And now you can't make them because they don't do the chewing gum
foil.
wrappers like they used to. They're all white.
Wow.
So,
How
You
disappointing.
struck a nerve.
bummer.
I used to make cups with the aluminum
Yeah.
gum wrappers.
The little champagne
goblets.
cups.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been bored enough for that.
I've done that. I've been
No.
bored enough to do that. Mainly in school.
Why is it going to be bored? It's fun.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so it's like those 90s things where you take the needle and you just stick it through your skin, barely poke it, and you walk around and you're like, a needle sticking out of your hand. Did you not do that as a kid?
No, I did that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
Or
Homer's half brother used to eat razor blades and glass and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
He did.
So my son, my oldest son, when he was like 6 years old, he was walking up and down the stairs and he bent down and he picks up, and I'm not talking about a little staple, I'm talking about carpet staples, picked it out of the carpet, and he comes upstairs just squalling and bawling, Mama, I swallowed a staple. He had picked up a carpet staple and swallowed it. I called the doctor and they're like, well, just keep an eye on him. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it's going to do damage to his insides. But no, he was fine. But I thought, 6 years old, why would you swallow a carpet staple?
I'll tell you what somebody did one time. My mom owned a big maroon colored van.
Brand new with the TV, like
It didn't have a
old
TV.
Old box TV. No, you might
No.
have this one, didn't it?
But it had
The curtains.
yeah,
in the back.
the whole 9 yards. It had tinted windows, and back then, tinted.
I've told the girls this story, but go ahead.
And so the first thing that he did was he took stickers and put it all on the windows on the tent. The tent is on the inside. So when you take to pull the sticker off, guess what else comes off? Of the brand new van.
Oh.
Yeah, so they weren't very happy campers. The other thing that somebody decided to do was back then they had in that last seat, because there was,
Well, you had the captain chairs.
you
in the
had
middle.
two sets of captain's chair and then the bench. Well, back in the bench, in the hand rest, was a little ashtray with lighters.
Like the old school push lighters.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So somebody decided that he wanted to smell what it smelled like. He pushed it in. It's red hot. He puts it to his nose to see what it would smell like. Well, it smelled like burnt skin because it burnt the whole end of his nose. It was white. He burnt it so bad.
I didn't. You never told me that one.
Yeah, I did.
No, I hadn't heard that one. I heard about the stickers.
No,
And then I heard about your uncle with the boogers.
Yeah, that was Uncle John.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, let's talk a little bit of real estate. Let's talk about numbers aren't sexy, but they tell a story.
You
wanna
need a
do
commercial?
After a commercial.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Victoria Watts, a real estate agent in Middle Tennessee with Flora Mid-South Realty. I guess you can say I developed a passion for the real estate industry at a young age, working alongside my father in the construction business. I'm knowledgeable, dedicated, and have a keen eye for detail, and am committed to providing exceptional services to my clients. I'm Victoria Watts, and I can be reached at 931-253-1308.
Let the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty help you out. Call 931-762-4247 or online at floramidSouthRealty.com.
Hey guys,
We're singer-songwriters.
Bremerton. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home, you need to come see our friends at Flora Mid-South Realty.
They'll help you with all your real estate needs.
Let the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty help you out. Call 931-762-4247 or stop by their offices at 1288 First Avenue in Lawrenceburg or online at floramidSouthRealty.com.
Call Flora Mid-South Realty.
All right, let's talk about real estate. I can help you buy or sell, even do your rental property for you. I can even find you a rental. Hey, I can even marry you. We can talk about auctions, whatever you want to talk about. Give me a call. I can help you get to sold. Pat Bradley, 931-345-2736.
Let the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty help you out. Call 931-762-4247 or online at floramidSouthRealty.com.
And we are back, Flora rock stars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. Let's talk numbers. Numbers aren't sexy, but they tell a story. And I want you to pay attention to the average list price and the average sold price. So pay attention to those numbers today. December 3rd through the 9th. Right now we have 138 active listings, which is the most we've had in quite a long time. Coming soon, that means the seller is ready to put it on the market, but just needs to do a few things and then it'll go out. We have 2 of those with an average list price of $432,000. Under contract showing, that means that the seller is maybe permitting additional showings and taking backup offers. We have 3 of those with a price of $437,633. Under contract not showing, that means that we have a happy buyer and a happy seller and we're headed to closing. We have 2 of those with an average list price of $267,000. Big difference in that price of active versus under contract. We had 1 expired, 4 canceled. Our closed, we had 8 closed with an average sell price of $303,450. If you look at the average price under contract versus the average close price, it's almost $100,000 difference. Pay attention to those numbers. The most important number that I always tell everybody also to think about is the list price versus the sell price. Right now, sellers are getting 98.37%. From the time I put that sign in the yard till it goes under contract, took 34 days. From the time it went under contract till we went to closing, took 39 days. So we have a total of 73 days, which is great. Those are good numbers. This time last year, we had 6 closed, and the average sold price was pretty close to the average sold price that we have this year. List price to sell price was 95.64%. From the time we put the sign in the yard till we went under contract was 54. From the time we went under contract to close was 39. So we're actually running parallel month after month after month. And so I'm going to say that it's pretty normal to that commercial. I don't know what's on there, but it's funny. We got a commercial running
So it's
Playing
not a
music.
commercial. It's the music, and
No,
it
that's
just
a music video.
Oh.
as you tell your numbers, the music's playing, but it's the music video.
Yeah, you usually have your back to me. You don't get to really see that.
Oh, that's disturbing. All right,
We're not airing it.
that's good. Right now, we have, what I was saying is that the numbers have been very consistent throughout for about a year now. So I'm comfortable say we're pretty normal where we are. I think this is going to be our norm. The only thing that is changing is our interest rates. Today I think it's the GOP. I keep saying the GOP. I think it's them who will get together and talk about inflation. And interest rate is a cause of that meeting. And they're either going to go up or they're going to go down, depending on what they declare the inflation is at.
That's the Treasury Department. that
Is
does
it?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't remember who had the meeting. Somebody's having this big meeting, and it will. They will talk about interest
it's
rates.
the Fed. The Fed. They call it the Fed.
Okay.
They set the rates.
All right. Anyway, so they're going to set the rates, and that meeting is today. But right now, if you are interested in buying or selling, right now is a time because the interest rates are as low as they've been in quite a long time. So the 30-year fix is 7.1%. A 30-year FHA is 6.43%. That's less than 6.5%. The 30-year VA is 6.44%, and the 30-year USDA is 6.62%. So those are as low as we've been in quite a while. Also, again, they fluctuate just like everything else. Don't forget, even with the lower interest rates, you still can buy down that loan or buy down that rate. So if you start out low, you buy it down, it's even lower. So that reflects on a cheaper payment or more of a house. And then inventory. Right now we have 4.2 months of inventory. That means if nothing else comes on the market, we sell everything that is currently for sale to take us 2 months, and then we'll have nothing. So those are our numbers.
So we're definitely we're definitely in a normal
Absolutely.
market now.
These numbers are what we're going to see for a while, I believe.
I think that's the reason why I think a lot of us are thinking the market is probably going to be very similar next year as it is to this year. I know everybody's kind of worried about the election year. I'm not so worried about it. I've always noticed that it seems, I don't know about the real estate, but everything in general seems to be better. Gases are better prices. Groceries seem to drop. A lot of stuff gets better, I think, for some reason during election year.
Yeah, he's trying to make a good name for himself.
Correct.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I think so too.
So I don't know. We'll see. The real estate used to be very predictable. And for the last few years, it's very unpredictable. You just never know what's going to happen. And so we just have to watch it. You need to stay tuned, listen to the numbers segment, because the numbers do tell a story. It tells you if the market's going up, if the market's coming down, where the prices are, and what people are paying for at what price. So it's really, the numbers are very interesting and educational.
And the numbers that we give here is local. It's
At
for
Lawrence
our
County.
area, specifically Lawrence County. So it's like, yeah, you can get your information from the Foxes and the whatever else,
CNN,
whatever else. But these are local numbers. These are the numbers you live next to.
Right.
And that's
Right.
what matters the most is what's going on in our town and our community, because what we see here is very different than what say Franklin area sees
Or
and all
Nashville or
Well, that's what the main media, that's what they focus on, is the bigger cities.
that. Right.
So that's a lot different than local.
I got an email the other day about a new listing that had hit the market that was in Franklin or Spring Hill, and it was just a typical house on like maybe 5 acres, 3-2, and it's listed for $1 million.
Wow.
Just because of location.
Yeah.
And so I think, what we're seeing, I feel like what we see more of is it's driving people out of our bigger cities into our rural communities, and that's why our numbers, if you look at our numbers, they are definitely increasing because people are having to move here, and a lot of people were working remotely. I mean, a friend of ours now just took a job working remotely. We have clients all the time that work remotely. They still make great money, but they're able to live in a more rural area, and our town has become very competitive, especially with like internet. Making sure that we have like some of the top line internet areas. Even where we live at, where they pump in the sunshine, we have fiber. What is that? What is that? Fiber internet? What is that called?
Just fiber.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it just fiber?
It's just good internet.
We have amazing internet where we live at.
I don't.
In the middle of nowhere.
You know, and your long-term investors who are looking at the big picture, you know, when the market gets so inflated in the bigger cities that they branch out to the smaller suburbs or whatnot, keep a lookout, you know, because 10 years ago, Spring Hill wasn't Spring Hill was. The next area to be looking at in long-term investors out there is Giles County, Pulaski area.
Yep.
I think that's going to be the next big pop as far as long-term investors should be thinking about.
If you look at it, I mean, where Pulaski is at, you're over there by the interstate, but then you're not too far from Huntsville. You're not too far from Nashville, even not too far from Chattanooga. You're very... It's kind of a central located. And now that Pulaski has, you know, it's the UT is now, college is now in Pulaski. We're just going to see, I think, a huge growth there, especially with the new plants going in at Spring Hill. That's not a very far drive for people who live over there.
Especially you can hop on the interstate and be there in no time. Here, it takes us a little while.
I don't know. Have you been on the interstate
Well-
lately during rush hour?
Yes.
I think it
Plan
depends on if you
accordingly.
if you're in Nashville, but as of right now, you know, where those factories are, you know, they're Spring Hill. They're right there by the interstate, but you're not having to massively go through.
Right,
Well,
Right.
the
Nashville.
thing of it is,
Congested.
you get on. There's several different roads to take you right into Columbia from Pulaski. You don't have to get on the interstate.
True.
Correct. Yeah. Bear Creek Pike, you know, cuts across. Then you've got, what is that that runs up through there that goes right through Spring Hill from 43. Like you take
30.
43 and then turn. And, what is that, 31?
31.
31. That's it.
Well, you got 31, and 166 takes you into Mount Pleasant. So.
I think Columbia is already seeing a huge increase, too, and people moving
Well, you
there.
can't, you know, Columbia is the new Spring Hill.
Yes.
And we are starting to look that way ourselves in a roundabout way. So you're right, Waynesboro or Giles County. I think Giles County would be, if I was an investor, to look that way.
I've been saying that now for a while. If I was going to
They
invest,
do
I'm
have
doing Giles
internet.
County.
They do have the interstate. It is a good investment over, and prices are somewhat.
Still
I don't see Wayne County.
reasonable. I mean, still where you can still make a profit flipping something.
Yeah, I don't see Wayne County being like that because there's not much there. It is a very rural area. So if you're looking for country and to get away from it all, I highly recommend looking in Wayne County. I love it over there. The main industry there is lumber companies, or people drive to other places to work. That's kind of their bread and butter is logging companies over there. You've got Hassel and Hughes who does like the flooring and stuff now. And then so you've got Clifton with tourism. And then
Savannah.
Savannah, but that's Hardin County. It's also still small town. We get a lot of people who are interested in Savannah because the prices are good. And Savannah is Savannah is the hallmark town.
Yeah.
In my eyes, because it's
Clifton's
so
cute,
cute.
too. And it's
Clifton
right there.
is, yeah.
It's right there at the river. You know, it's a great vacation spot, second home spot, and it is reasonable.
See, this is why you need to hire us as agents because we know about all these local places who are close, but that's still distance, and we give you lots of different places of ideas, and we're willing to drive anywhere and everywhere.
Well, I'm licensed. I say this quite often. I'm licensed in Tennessee. I'll go anywhere in Tennessee and hopefully soon Alabama.
Yes, I had just signed up for class yesterday, so very soon I will be licensed for Alabama. Very soon.
It just makes sense. I mean, we literally can throw a rock and throw it in Alabama.
We have too many family and friends who live in Alabama too now, so that's just kind of where we need to be at too. We see ourselves growing in that direction. So anyway.
All right. Well, let's cut to a commercial, and then let's talk about real estate and what it is to work in real estate.
Hi, I'm Chloe Bell. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I love my hometown, and someone who loves my hometown just as much is the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty. If you're looking for the perfect place to call home, give them a call.
Let the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty help you out. Call 931-762-4247 or online at floramidSouthRealty.com.
Hi, I'm Mark Logston with Flora Mid-South Realty. I'm licensed in both Tennessee and Alabama and would love to help you with all your real estate needs. Give me a call today at 931-345-2499.
Let the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty help you out. Call 931-762-4247 or stop by their offices at 1288 First Avenue in Lawrenceburg or online at floramidSouthRealty.com.
Call Flora Mid-South Realty.
All right, we are back. You are listening to Flora Rockstars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. We've been talking about numbers and real estate in general, and kind of want to talk about the real estate business and how it works, because I think there is some misunderstanding out there of what people think and their perception of what we do. And last week we talked a little bit about it. We had a paper that said that there's 246 activities or tasks that we do with a buyer or a seller to make a transaction go from listing to close. And that's huge, and we talked about that. And what other things do you see as a misconception of what people's perception is of real estate agents and the business itself?
Well, actually, people think all you got to do is just stick a sign in the yard and boom, it sells.
Or
Right.
show up and open a door.
Yeah.
But that part of the business is the fun part. Mm-hmm. That's the part that you get to spend time with your clients. That's the part that you get to look at some houses. That's the fun part, and of course, that's what people see because that's how you interact. But that 246 item list that you're speaking of, people have no clue.
Correct. What are some of those things on that list?
Scheduling inspections. That's probably a big one. We're in constant contact with our lenders and title companies to make sure everything is going and progressing forward.
Now you're talking about the buying side.
That's the buying
Well,
side.
it could be either, because it's my job as the selling agent to make sure those things are all happening as well. So not only, if I'm the listing agent, then not only am I taking care of my seller, but I'm also going to make sure that that sale is going correctly. I may call that lender and check to make sure we're on track, or call the buyer's agent and find out about the inspections. And then you got to go back and forth with the buyer's agent and the seller with inspections and trying to get everybody to get in a happy space. And what are we going to fix and what are we going to agree to? And, that could take 2 or 3 days.
That usually does take a few days.
And, what are some of the other things that we talk about that we do? Marketing. Marketing is not cheap. We do all kinds of marketing and videos.
And not only that, it takes a lot of time.
Yes, it does.
And time is money.
Yes, it is.
I mean, sometimes I spend several hours putting together.
I spend hours watching Holly put all this stuff together.
Just like anything from like a flyer type thing for videos and trying to make it pretty, and Canva is my best friend now, and there's just so many tools that we have, but it still takes time, and you have to use creativity to put it all together, what works best, and then you're constantly trying to promote this property the best you can, and lots of prayers sometimes. I'll just be honest with you, lots and lots of prayers for some of my clients. It's I don't know. I can't even think we do so much.
Well, a lot of times, whenever you're listing a property, you can do the walkthrough with them and say, well, this needs to be done. It might help you if you do this or that and the other.
Right.
And declutter, help them, think.
I think it's wise, if you're going to list a property, for that seller to have an inspection, have a pre-sell inspection.
I am really leaning toward that now.
Because
that I really want them
it's
to do that.
just, things come up in our inspections that are crazy. So if we could find those things ahead of time, work on those things, while we are doing our marketing, it's a lot. We're not so disappointed when that buyer walks because of the inspection.
I mean, what do you think about, like, we're talking about red carpet services and within the office, what do you think about offering that as a service for them?
That we can. And I think that might be something that I've already been thinking about that too. Something we could offer our selling clients is we'll start paying for their home inspections. But they also need to utilize that home inspection too.
Right.
To fix things and address things that are majorly that need to be fixed.
That are going to be red flags to a buyer. Buyers, especially first-time home buyers, there's just not a lot of money. They don't have a lot of liquid monies. And so, they can't fix, broken windows or
chippy pilly paint.
Oh, chippy pilly paint's horrible. That's
that's more of a lender thing.
So handrails.
Yeah, but still you have to do
it. You've got if you've got steps. If you have more than 3 steps, if it's higher than 36 inches, you need a handrail. I mean, that's a requirement for FHA and VA, and the majority of our loans are VHA or FHA, VA, and USDA. We're just gonna combine them.
UFDAH.
Yeah. So it's just so we go through that whole process, and then like right now I'm waiting on an offer. I've been waiting on an offer for 2 days on a piece of property. I keep being told that it's coming, so then I have to communicate that to the sellers, and it's just.
Speaking of that, on the deal we have together, they just put a substantial amount of earnest money down.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Okay, thanks. We'll talk about that. Squirrel,
sorry.
So selling real estate is obviously something that I've loved it. I've done it now for 18 years. I watched my mom do it. I watched my stepdad do it, and now my son. And once it gets in your blood, it's there. But it's not an easy job. It's very stressful. Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's time consuming. There's a lot of education. And of course, when you talk about the money aspect of it, everybody wants in your pocket. There is nobody giving you anything for any type of services. We have fees that we have to pay to state and
which
national.
Actually ours is coming all up,
That's a huge chunk of money every year.
All due by the end of the month. Yeah. At Christmas time. So that's a lot of monies, and there's just a lot of aspects of being a realtor that people don't think about. We aren't just opening doors. We aren't just somebody that puts a sign in the yard. We do marketing. We have conversations. We work with many, many, many different players, home inspectors, lenders.
You get up early and get on the radio.
And we get up early and be on the radio so we can talk about it.
I have learned.
So we can educate people about it.
And so you drive that big truck that eats a lot of fuel.
That's not my fault. I did not do that.
I mean, that costs money to go
Absolutely.
around and show houses and, do all of that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a thing in the realtor world or the agent world where there's some agents that won't talk to you unless you sign a contract. There's some agents that won't show you a house unless you sign a contract saying that they're your agent and for whatever reason. Then there's another part of the business where that's how they meet you is going to show a house. So I'm stuck in the middle of where I want to be as far as, because I don't want to waste anybody's time, including my own, but I also want to give that service. So where's that middle ground?
The law.
Mm-hmm.
The law says that you have to have a buyer's rep agreement. That's a contract between you and that buyer in order to represent them and in order for your E&O insurance.
Even just to show a house.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Then why does nobody do that in the business?
That's why there's a lawsuit going on, and that's why the lawsuit was lost. Lack of communication and the lack of not following the rules. And so, yes, by all means, that's supposed to happen up front. Does it? No.
we're working toward that, where we need to start having more face-to-face conversations.
Openness.
Yeah, and if it's Zoom meetings and stuff, to explain what we do. That way we are not just, you call us up, hey, can we go look at
some
123 Banana Street?
Like our leads come in and it's, I want to see this house. That's the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
and then immediately that's, and that for the most part, that you go look at that first house, and then, we talk about it. That's typically the way we kind of do, is that's our meeting time. After that, then it's like, if you're really serious about moving forward, this is the steps you need to take. And that's part of what we do, is education, getting them in touch with the right people. I mean, that's part of our job also, is we know people who know people who know people.
And we work with all of them.
And we do. All the time. I think I've learned, I know as an agent, everybody's like, you need to be a listing agent. Yes, I am a listing agent, but my heart and passion will always be for buyers. I have learned. I think Nathan is better with the listing with people. I'm better at marketing, but there's just something in me, and my passion is really with buyers, I've learned. And I think that's where I'm
the
at.
listing thing is in my blood, because that's what my grandparents always instilled in me, is like,
Yes.
you want to be a listing agent. You don't want to be a buyer's agent, because buyer agents is a lot more moving parts and a lot more just fuel, time with buyers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just been in my blood.
I think that's why we make such a great team together. We balance each other because we can do both, and we're really good at what we do, both sides of the world.
But then on the other hand, it's like with being the buyer's agent. The buyer agents generally are the one who runs a transaction.
Yes.
And so that's where like you like that,
It's
and my mom
control.
likes that because it's more control of the transaction.
We like to have control.
Yes,
Exactly
I know.
what it is. That way I know this stuff's getting done, and I know who to call, what to say. Hey, why aren't we doing this at this timeline? I'm on a timeline. Where is this home inspection?
Right.
And whenever you're the listing agent, you just sit back and you cruise with it.
Oh, not me. I still say, where's the home inspection, and
Well, I'm
where's the
saying the
lender's
majority
letters?
of them
The
do.
appraisal.
Where's-
We need the appraisal.
Right. Why haven't they ordered the appraisal yet? And I mean, just on and on and on. So, yes.
Yes.
So, if there was one thing that you would want to tell yourself now, or tell yourself back then that you know now, what would it be in your career?
I don't really know, because I keep growing. I don't know.
Choose a different career. I'm just teasing.
No.
I have such a passion for it, and I think once I know one thing that I really learned is to not think about, this is my paycheck. Once I took that it got out of my way, and where I could really focus on service and what's best interest for my clients, period, that is where my world changed, and it made me better at what I do.
Yeah. You can't be paycheck hungry.
No.
This is a service-based industry, and we have to make sure that we offer the best service we can for customers and clients. And there's a difference there. So that's where that's where you lead from your heart, you work from your heart, you make your decisions from your heart, and you take care of your clients.
But sometimes it's pretty cutthroat too, so sometimes you have to separate that.
Well, cutthroat, I feel like, is
With agents.
other. Yes, that was a conversation I just had with one of our really good lenders. I'm really good friends with her, and we're actually fixing to have a sit down meeting, and we're talking about red carpet service together, and we are trying to line our goals up to help each other for the next year. And so I love that she's also wanting.
With that call.
She called me yesterday. Sorry.
Wow, okay.
You're just along
Right.
for the ride. Just stay tuned to what you will be doing.
Right. Yes, boss.
I love that we work together as a team, and I really want us to, yes, that is the initial part of it, is me and her kind of sitting down and throwing some stuff and getting ideas, and then yes, you'll be filled in because you're also part of the team.
You'll be filled in, though.
I'll be filled-
You're not going to be
Yeah.
part of the decision making. You'll just be filled
You're
in.
just on a need to know basis, and you don't need to know nothing. Just shut up, wait till you get told, and move on. I'm like, okay.
No, we'll
right.
have another meeting.
Well, the industry of real estate is a very good industry. You know, we don't want to paint a doom and gloom picture. It is just, it's a great profession. I love what I do. I love meeting the people, and I love the results that it makes. And so it just makes me feel good. So the other thing before we have to wrap up is
We're good. I got everything muted.
if you have an event that you will be doing or you'll be sponsoring, let us know, because we like to promote local events and things that are happening within our community. So either send us an email, give us a phone call, stop by the office.
Tag us on Facebook.
Yes, whatever it is. And just let us know what your events are. And Pat, on that note, do you have anything that's coming up?
Oh, there's a bunch of activities at the park. Just contact them. You have to register for those.
Mm-hmm.
It's candlelight at the museum. They're having a venomous snake identification or
In
snake
the dark with candles?
Yeah. Can you see his eyes? Okay. And then that Christmas in the Garden at the Hope Botanical
That
Garden.
would be nice.
And that's
I
on
wanna
the
go to
weekend.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 12th, it's Holiday Acres Paint Party. They're painting a vintage Santa, and that's on Campbellsville Road, Campbellsville Pike in Etheridge, and it costs $35, and you have to call them to get all set up on that.
If you have not seen the Hope Botanical Garden down in Leoma, it is beautiful. It is just very relaxing. There's a path that you can walk, benches you can sit at, and it's just a great place to meditate and just kind of go and relax and just let go of everything. And it's really nice.
And also at the park on December the 17th, Ranger Rachel is she's going to help you make Christmas ornaments for the birds.
For the
Aw.
birds.
To hang
And
them out.
on December 19th, the big Christmas ham giveaway.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
And we may have a special guest.
Yes, we're not going to say who, but he's traveling a long way and may have time in his busy schedule to come and see us. Not
Donald
quite
Trump?
sure. Yeah, no. Not quite sure yet if he can make it, because it's a week before Christmas. So he may or may not, but he is looking into it. So we may have a very special guest on that day.
Kids only go a half a day. They get out at 11 o'clock on the 19th, too.
Oh, so that may cause a problem. Okay. All right. So don't forget the ham giveaway. Flora Mid-South Realty gives away a Christmas ham every year, and it will be the 19th. Will be during the show. And
Just go on Facebook to look for details on how to enter.
absolutely. Pat, what do you got for rentals real quick?
Oh, I've got several rentals, so you can give me a call, and I've got some 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and things like that. Just
Price
give me a call.
ranges? Low to high?
Yes, it's $950 is my cheapest right now, and 16 I believe is my highest, except for that rental in Keystone.
I was going to say, how much is the Keystone?
Right now we're at $3,500.
That's a luxury, though. That's a luxury rental.
Yes, it is. It is. It's got a
beautiful.
lot of, and you're right there in next to the golf course and all that stuff.
And the clubhouse.
Yeah, Keystone.
Keystone.
Club, yeah.
Has anybody seen the movie Keystone?
My
Christmas-
daughter
I
said.
heard it a
My
little
daughter
bit,
said my daughter watched it. She said it was terrible. Honestly, they thought something.
Oh.
But I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen
Hey,
it.
that's
either.
I
one
like
person's
Hallmark.
opinion, and that
Exactly.
opinion is very
You're talking
odd
about a
sometimes.
17-year-old watching a Hallmark movie, so I'm thinking it might be a little
I
skewed.
haven't seen it yet, so I kind of am curious to see. They did film it last year. It's Christmas at Keystone, and it's on TV now. So I think it's on, I don't know what channel.
Probably Hallmark.
Probably, maybe, I don't know. But so if you haven't seen it, watch it. And how do we get a hold of you?
We are Kevin's home team. You can reach me or Nathan at 931-345-2406.
Or Pat Bradley at 931-345-2736, or you can come by the office at
1288.
1288. I was going to give you the phone number. At 1288 First Avenue behind the radio station, McDonald's and Burger King.
Absolutely. Or you could get a hold of me, Teresa Flora, at 931-271-5790. Everybody have a good day. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.